Well, I'm still tinkering with this cockpit detail, and I think you're going to put a seat in it. Now, I painted the floor black and the inside of the area black. There's a lot more sanding to do on this thing. Need another 4 or 5 sand outs probably, because we're doing that custom job. But what I do want to do is, first off, we're going to do the quick finish. I've I've been using these apple barrel paints and for pilot painting and cockpit detail, and you can get those in the description on my Amazon link. I recommend them. This is what I like. They're water based. I like to use them for the pilots because they're flat. They're not shiny, not glossy, and they're cheap. They're real cheap. So grab your set on Amazon. So I'll probably mention that again because there's nobody watching this but 4. So we're going to do the CA finish on this thing. Because this is supposed to represent leather, I probably could get away without any CA on it and just let it soak in. I'm going to paint this brown, and this headrest here, we'll paint it, what do you call that shit? Zinc stearate, or zinc chromate green. Kind of a pea green, pea yellow. I have to mix it, but I need a little headrest here, so we need to get one of those cut. Thank you, Roy. I'm doing a running list on in the description of the materials that I use to finish, which, for the I got the sign plotter in there, and the masking material I use. And that sign plotter, if you get that, it's really handy. It's really handy. You don't have to ask anybody to cut you a stencil. You just cut them. I've got a headrest here, and I just need to sand it to shape. Yeah, I think I won't CA it. I'll just see what it looks like. We'll do a test piece here with brown to see if it looks like leather with no hardening of the this thing ain't gonna have full cockpit detail. It's just too much. It'll just have this seat and a couple of doodads in there. I'm thinking about not even doing the oxygen tank, because they're not in real airplanes. So I might do some rivets inside there. I got the fine line tape coming tomorrow. That's also in the Amazon description of the tape that I use. I'll I probably should put the yellow tape in there too, because everybody always asks me, what materials am I using? Well, it all comes from Amazon. You just got to look for it. There we go. There it is. And not only that, it helps me out. So okay, I want a little detail on the back of this seat. So we need a couple of stringers on it, stiffeners. And if I was going to do that, I would do it like this. Stupid glue bottle. Come on now, get on there. Yeah, we ain't building a scale plane. I'm just trying to get a little realism in it. Yeah. Oh, shit. Too close. Take that off and do it again. Might have to do the whole thing again. Remember, guys, it's only wood. This we want to have CA on because it's supposed to be metal. It's supposed to be shiny. So we'll finish this in CA. I need this sanding block right here. Maybe not. Try to make it as symmetrical as possible. Where's my stick? There we go. These little 3/32 beams I put on there would be probably 3 inches thick in scale. But we're not building a scale airplane, so. Yep, that looked pretty good. And it doesn't weigh shit. It don't weigh nothing. But you keep saying that, you know, add this, add that, add this, add that, and pretty soon, man, you got a lumber wagon. Lumbus Maximus. Turd. Wall banger. I ordered that 3M blue fine line tape at $9.95 a roll. It's normally double that. We're going to see how it is. It says it's the same stuff, but who knows? Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to paint this and this brown, and then we're going to come in and mix up some yellow. Yellow green. I've still got to make a couple of little buttons like this for his headset. I'm going to take my Dremel tool and cut his ears off and glue the headset on. Might as well cut them up right now too. So he gets a headset microphone and the band over the top. Yep, all these little things. There it is. All these little doodads. Okay, there's his head earmuffs. I got some red plastic dip I can use for the microphone. Load it up. These big enough? Nope, not big enough. They need to be considerably bigger. So we need to cut this. The extra mile, well, it ain't like I got anything on the back burner to build besides a stupid twister. And we'll get to that eventually. Yeah, it ain't on fire. That's only in Gavin Newsom's area. The old Newsom. I sure am happy for my Canadian brothers up there. They got rid of the knucklehead, the communist. There we go. That's the right size. Okay, so here we have one ear muff. Try to make the other one match. I had to just go ahead and paint this airplane with urethane and kind of guarantee me a 19 pointer, but it's going to be 2 ounces heavier or 3 ounces heavier. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, let's get the grinder and grind his ears off. Talk about a scary operation. You got a pilot that's done, and he looks pretty good, except his ears are, I don't like his ears. I mean, you don't look bad without a ear. I think it'll look better like this. We'll hollow it a little bit. Get his other ear now. Would you guys like the links to everything that I use? I mean, like these cuts all bits, and because I buy everything from Amazon. Helps me out, costs you nothing. Yeah, don't look bad. Okay. We're going to need a piece of 64th plywood, real thin, about a 16th wide. I mean, that description box will be full of links because I just have finishing supplies in there now, but I get the loops and the ball links and the tie rod. I get everything from there. Okay, so we need a different bit, fine tip bit. I guess we could use this one. And we need the plywood. I could use cardboard, but I used plywood on the last one. Where the hell did it go? I probably got a piece over there in the box. I don't have to chase it very far. All right. We can use this strip right here. I think I can just cut it straight. Or straighten it up some. I'm going to have to wet it again. There we go. Okay, this little piece of wood connects the two headsets together over the top of his head. I'm going to have to wet it though. We put alcohol on it, I guess. See if that'll do it. If it won't, then I'll have to use something else. Let me get some forceps. There's so much to do that I don't know. It's hard to even make a video about it. This is not like my normal builds. Yep, snapped. Oh, I see why. I got it going and the grain going the wrong direction. So we have to cut it this way. It's too wide. Too wide. Nope, it snapped too. I guess I'm just gonna have to let this soak for a while. Work on something else while this soaks. Okay, let's hollow out the inside of these headsets. I thought for sure you guys have seen me do this before. These kind of things don't need to be absolutely perfect. You just make them a represent. Thank you, Stiletto. It just makes it a representation of the it makes it a representation of what the object. It doesn't have to be scale or perfect. Got to keep within reason, of course, because your eye's not going to focus that much on that. I mean, your eye focuses right here. It doesn't focus there. First here, then there, then the wings and stuff. I've seen some people down on their hands and knees trying to look at the gauges and that shit, but okay, that's the trick, but it's not long enough, so I need to cut another one, a longer one. So close enough. Yep, that'll work. That gets painted gray. I mean, it would be nice if I had silver, but I don't have any. They don't make silver apple blossom, apple barrel, or whatever they call this. Yeah, apple barrel paint that I know of. They might, but we'll paint it gray. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, just a representation. So I think what I'm going to do is I could put another piece of 16th on this. I might do that. Glue this to a piece of 16th to simulate the ear pads. Yes, I use piano wire for the horns. Or no, the horns are drill rod. The landing gear are piano wire. The reason why horns are drill rod is they're easily tweakable. And I don't think you got to have all that strength in those horns. I don't even think you need 1/8-inch flap horns unless you got 80-ounce airplanes. Okay, so I'm going to take this and glue this to this. This is the padding that goes around the earmuff. You know, it'll be black. This will be, I don't know, yellow, and that line will be black. A little added realism. You can spend hundreds of hours doing canopy detail, but it becomes ridiculous for a stunt plane. Back in the 60s, you know, you look at those guys that flew those jets. Vic Macaluso and those guys, they did an outstanding job detailing cockpits and stuff. I just don't see it to be all that necessary. Ah, you bitch. Yeah. Well, we're snowed in here. The snow hasn't melted from the other day, and it's supposed to snow again tonight. Car's about a foot deep on my car. My car don't handle in the snow for nothing. It's terrible. There's what the first one looks like. Okay, on to the next one. Yeah, my little headset looks pretty good. It'll be fine. And what we'll use for a microphone. I knew there was a reason I didn't throw this out. I probably could have used this wire as a. This wire is a little heavier. So. Joe Gilbert gave me a ride in his airplane, his RD, whatever the hell it was. Man, that radio, you got to yell into it to get it to Vox. Man, I hate to use the strippers on it. It'll probably narc it all up. I might have to do it different. I might have to strip it first and then cut it off. Let's try that. Hey, Bryce, you got 13 minutes left. You guys are late on the draw. I'll be back later, probably after dinner or whatever. Depends how I feel. I haven't been really pushing this model to get her done. Because I just don't have to. I knew it would narf it up. Shit. There we go. You bitch. Better put some glue on that. You don't want that flopping around in the canopy. Better get some glue on that. I buggered it up. I kicked it off, and it got a kickoff spot off CA on it. There again, not like that it matters, but there's the microphone right there. You just drill a hole in this. I better cut it off some. Don't want it poking all the way through. Center of the ear. Fine weather's great here if you're a duck or a, well, seal would not fly, but come on. It's cold out there. I don't even think ducks hang around for the winter. I think they go south. I might have to get some pliers and straighten that. It's not real good. Not real good, so let's straighten it up. That's better. Well, let's see what we can do with this now. It'll be fine. You're glad to see I'm going the extra mile. Shit, this is about 10 miles. That ain't it. I just had it. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Might as well bring this over here so I have to keep walking back and forth for it. I'll put a link in Amazon for this 2P10 too. The CA is really good too. Well, here's half the headset so far. Where's my other piece? I must have knocked it on the floor. Oh no. Oh no. That's how it's going to look as soon as I get it done. But I've lost my headset piece. What the fuck happened to it? Oh, this happens to me all the time. Anybody know where the other earmuff went to? I don't see it here on the floor. It's probably right in front of my face somewhere. Certainly don't want to have to remake it. That's a headrest. That's a headrest. Not under there. Crap. I wanted to get the headset done in this setting, but it don't look like I'm gonna. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I glued it to this, but I didn't. I must have cut it off of there. Isn't that a bitch? Well, we ain't going to spend a whole lot of time looking for it. I'll just end the stream and make one off camera. Anyway, you guys get the idea of these little details. They don't help the airplane fly better, but they help the airplane look better, look more scale-like. Like I said, I'm going to have to make another one. So I think the earmuff itself will be yellow, and then that 16th will be black for the foam rubber that goes around the earpiece. Yep. Yep, that'll be good. So we got a seat, a headrest, a headset. I'm not going to do a dashboard because you can't see it in there, so we'll just forgo that. I think maybe his headrest pad should be bigger, though. I don't know. I don't know. It probably weighs a gram, you know. All this shit I'm putting on here. Maybe 2 grams. I'd like to find that damn thing. Can't believe it. Not here on the floor. It's the only place it could go, too. I made that stuff with a vacuum form. It don't fit in there quite right, so we're going to leave that out. I might put a little block of wood or something in there to stick a stick pin in for a throttle. But I don't want to get too crazy. Alrighty, the apple barrel paint is in the description box. The sign plotter, the sandpaper, the brush oil, the pencils. And as I continue this finishing stream, I'll go ahead and add more and more stuff to the description box of the latest video. Because it's already, updated on my default settings. So I got to do each video. Just more shit for me to do. But hopefully I can earn a couple of bucks off of that. Because we ain't doing so good. Oh, I already got one of these cut, so that's good. Yep, faster, just make another one. I think I'm going to paint these before I put them on. That way I can paint that little black stripe around there and not worry about getting it into his hair. Going to paint the seat before I glue it together. But that'll be for the next video. When I come back, we'll continue working on this. This stuff just takes more time than you think. Funny story about John. John was a tinkerer. He liked to make stuff down in his machine shop. And he'd go down in the basement and he'd spend all day making something. And he'd come up there and Barb, his wife, said, "Well, what'd you make?" And he showed him two little pieces about that big. And she said, "That took all day." He said, "Yep. Those two little pieces were trim tab adjustment little inserts. They're made out of aluminum. All day. He made them wheels and all that stuff. All them rubber tires. Alrighty. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back after a bit. Maybe around 7, 8 o'clock. Depending on what time we're going to eat dinner. And I'll see you then. Keep sanding. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.